Hello, people. Okay, this is Craig Value Inspiration. Or what did it really? Whatnot. Nevertheless, labels, words, they are what they are. I just kind of want to put a video together to put words out there. Because I believe these videos being saved or utilized in like the future sense will establish our cloud selves when this idea, this form isn't here anymore. Nevertheless, as that, I just kind of wanted to put some points across to people. Just put them out there. Let's see. Power to go back to the people. So basically, they would have more of the choice. Will always be for the people. Let's see. As in history, if history repeats itself, only because people keep choosing the same steps, the same kind of choices, the same kind of bases of it. I believe that if we change that, in a sense of just our standards of how we go about things, like I believe we should have the standards of work hard and be kind, and the wise man is his own law. Because I believe those standpoints, they have honor, and they become of a standard that brings through that of like everybody seeing things from oneness. Because it's all the degree of separation kind of thing. I also believe that in a sense of to things to change, I think the people should be able to represent themselves more. There should be areas where people get to represent themselves, like being able to say where their taxes go. Because me personally, I don't believe, like, I understand that the military is awesome for organization. It gets people like doing what they do, dedicated, disciplined, organized, a purpose, giving them a purpose kind of thing, teaching them how to work together and be able to like listen and trust somebody. At the same time, it represents that whole other areas. Even though we're all on the same team, team human, and all on the same planet, and we all kind of on land and stuff like that. I also believe that we should let government workers, in a sense, if they get like, I believe that, and at a certain point, they should go onto the government, the social wellness programs, like food stamps and stuff like that. If they have that much money, they don't need it. In a sense, it's silly to keep giving them that sense, because then sometimes they lose sight of the whole thing. Yeah, they're supposed to represent us. Have they necessarily, in a sense? Nevertheless, of that, it is what it is. But what is it? I mean, there's not the focus should be placed more within the areas of how to bring people together, bring like change. If everybody got digitalized, got a DG, there wouldn't be no more Big Brother kind of thing, because it would basically be, well, no more identity theft, because everybody would be identified. No more really destroying the world for resources as such as that. The paper could go to more of like schoolwork and whatnot, so no more of that other paper. It's all just steps like that. If everybody got digitalized, and then that digital person, that DG, literally was basis in that of work hard, be kind, and the wise man is his own law. Like, work hard, be equal and stuff like that, and to be kind, that digital person is going to basically be able to be transparent to the world. Like if you're a government person, you should be able to see, like everybody should be able to see what the government's doing, no matter what. There shouldn't be a closed door. Unless, even then, even like there's a certain window and time frame in a sense, but or buzz, B-U-Z, because not to control people with B-U-T. Buzz, I understand that there's certain areas where it falls into secretism and being in that sense. It still should be gone into the open after the due time, you know. And if everybody was digitalized, then, you know, everybody can vote. Everybody can get their say in it. You know, this should be more of a discussion kind of thing, not anything else. You know, and at the same time, there should be the understanding of a basis too of personal and public. There's differences. There's so many differences. It's such as the things you do in personal shouldn't necessarily ever coincide with the public, like to get in trouble or something like that from the public. If you're doing something in your home, you're not harming somebody. You're making the choice yourself. I also believe that we should, you know, get a class. There should be classes out there for everything. You get a license and you go to that class. It should be promoting something like that, not like the degree of the programs that we got now. It's kind of thing. And I believe if the government people do go on the social programs that have the money, in the same sense, and in another sense, to say that those people in the government sense, people should be able to be over to business if they're going to be in the government. They should basically, they don't have to give up the ownership of it. They just can't do anything over it or something. There is a fine line. It just got to get found, because, you know, it's still lobbying, and in a sense, if you are over business and you're a big one and you go into the government status, yeah, they have all those roles and whatnot. It still is a monopoly. It's a sort of monopoly kind of thing. And I believe that there should be programs where they give schools teach children to see what there is all out there. There should be more programs like that where the whole job thing. Like, as a kid, do you want, there's not really a thing where it's like you get to see everything that's out there. It's like, what do you want to be? A cop? The obvious things. As there's other little things that aren't really out there, you know, kind of thing. And I think there should be more brought through that, of teaching them through that basis, so you can actually find in some way within the degree of the model of how the Chinese or the Russians do their teaching, where like for the Olympics they pick somebody at a young age and they focus all on that. And I think there should be more areas like that, more areas of stepping stones. I think we should stop recreating the will, trying to recreate the world. Like I'm saying, in the standards of I get the whole mine, who did what. At the same time, if we stop recreating the will, then we're able to move on to everybody taking the next step together. And in that sense, who's left behind? And if everybody has the thing or whatnot, then it's pretty much everybody's able to come at the same level, have that chance, the opportunity, the option. Because let's put an example of the whole, what is it, coding, the phone programs and stuff like that. If all truthfulness, the whole digital DG person or whatnot, digitalizing for everybody, that's a brilliant idea. There's so many opportunities to give people the equalism and the comfort and the less stress and more carefree life. Because if everybody digitalized, no more having to worry about identity theft and how do I get this over here, this money and transferring and all that kind of stuff. Within that, my thoughts. It just, everybody's digitalized. Less stress. Oh, recreating the will. Within that kind of thing, then you get the satisfaction of the name and the honoring, and you be able to go to that person, and that person, you know, okay, if that is an idea like that, you know, recreating the will doesn't have to exist, because only in like a historical understanding of the historical thing of it, as if everybody got a DG, everybody's filmed, everybody has a chance of collaborating. That idea gets set out there or whatnot, that idea can get taken into consideration. And in that sense, everybody can propel and voice their opinion everywhere all at the same time, and a biggest collaborativeness can come a part of it. You know, there can be that one person that understands everything, or that one aspect of it in a sense. Now, I know I might have jumped around a little bit as ideas, as I pretty much just had these ideas, and I just wanted to make sure that they got out there, you know, just got out there, because I believe these are really good ideas, things to get looked at. I might seem like I'm really jumpy, or I'm not sure. Or what I mean by that is presentation and how they coalesce together. As in truth, I have like 4 papers, like even with a little bit thing. I was putting it together. Nevertheless, that regardless of how organized I am, I still put the ideas out there. I got that option. I lived it, you know. I gave myself that option. I lived through giving myself an option. And nevertheless, there's still really ideas that should get looked at. Not persuaded, just talked about more among everybody. You know, you guys enjoy. Always. Figure out and live, you know? You can do it. Be the leader of yourself today, instead of the leader of yourself that follows another. You enjoy.